political alliance between the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto, the ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi, and the Ford Kenya leader Moses Wetangula is already taking shape in Western Kenya. And President Uhuru Kenyatta and his elder brother Raila Odinga are actually worried. And with the help of Ndugu Francis Atwoli, the two brothers have actually dispatched the Kakamega governor Wycliffe Oparanya and the cabinet secretary for devolution, Eugene Wamalwa, to the ground to try and counter that alliance. But one question which most Kenyans are actually asking is simple. Will this alliance succeed? And if it will succeed, what is the main political objectives? In my view, the main objective of this alliance is to stop Raila Odinga, because these three gentlemen believe strongly that President Uhuru Kenyatta is likely to support Raila Odinga for 2022. So they are doing everything possible. And just like I said, the person who is going to be declared the president of the Republic of Kenya will have to carry the day in Western Kenya. So Western Kenya is going to be the battleground for 2022 general election. And this is why numbers. In 2017, we had around 19.6 million registered voters in this country. Western Kenya has four counties. There is Kakamega, there's Busia, there's Bungoma, and there is Vihiga. Going by the numbers, Busia County had 351,000 registered voters. Bungoma County had 559,000 registered voters. Kakamega had the highest, 743,000 registered voters. Vihiga County had 272,000 registered voters. Those are the four counties. Then you go to Trans Nzoia. Luyas are the majority there. Trans Nzoia has around 339,000 registered voters. Then you go to Nairobi. Nairobi, we have high number of Luyas in Nairobi and across the entire country. And across the entire country. You even go to places like Kisumu. The presence of Luyas are so high. You go to places like Migori, we have wards in those constituencies, some constituencies which are predominantly Luyas. So the Luyas are many in this country. And this is why the alliance is being formed to try and block Raila Odinga. And if you ask me, this alliance did not begin yesterday. This alliance began immediately after the handshake between Raila Odinga and his elder brother, and his younger brother, President Uhuru Kenyatta. And that can explain why Musalia Mudavadi refused to embrace that handshake. It can also explain why Moses Wetangula promised a messy and noisy divorce in NASA. And it can also explain why the deputy president has refused to support the president in this handshake. So the handshake did not begin yesterday. And they've actually tested the strength of that particular alliance, not handshake. They've actually tested the strength of this alliance in Kibera. And they're now planning to test the strength of this alliance in Kakamega. In Kibera, this is what happened. Now, before I go into that, if you are watching this video for the first time, please take a second or two and hit the subscribe button. And also allow me to just appreciate some subscribers for this channel. There's John Makori, there is Stephen Kamotho, there is Christina Diambo, there is Aden Abdi, and then there's Francis. This gentleman, I receive whatever you send me for coffee. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. Now, let us go into the details. In Kibera by election, the idea was simple. The deputy president, together with Moses Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi, wanted to test whether lawyers can actually leave Raila Odinga. So ANC party sponsored Eliud Owalo. Eliud Owalo, in his own right, is a man who had the support of most of ODM supporters. So ANC party sponsored Eliud Owalo in the hope that Eliud Owalo was going to get probably Luo votes and also lawyer votes. But from all indications, the votes which Eliud Owalo got in Kibera were actually Eliud Owalo's votes. You can't attribute those votes to Musalia Mudavadi. You can't attribute them to Luyas. You can't attribute them to ANC party. Ford Kenya had that guy, Butech. The idea behind that was that Ford Kenya was going to sponsor a candidate. And this candidate was going to hold votes, Luya votes, who were not willing to vote for Mariga and who were also not willing to vote for the ODM candidate. So they had a candidate. And now Mariga, the idea behind Mariga was to consolidate the entire voting bloc, Luya voting bloc in Kibera. So based on the results which were announced, because these guys were very sure, if you go to one of the wards, which ward? Makina ward, which is predominantly Luyas, they actually focused on that. The idea was not even to win, but just to win the Luya votes. And when the results were announced, Imran Okoth managed to win and was declared the winner. But in the mind of the deputy president, in the mind of Musalia Mudavadi, and in the mind of Moses Wetangula, the Luya nation left ODM. They left NASA. They left Raila Odinga because they believe the number which voted for Mariga were more than the number of votes Jubilee got in 2017. So they succeeded in their own mind. So now they want to test the strength in Western Kenya. But there's a challenge. All the constituencies, all the wards are with the people. So the easiest target for them is the Kakamega one, the Kakamega Senate. And that's why ANC party expelled Cleophas Malala. So after expelling Cleophas Malala, they intend to subject the people of Kakamega County to another by-election. And in that by-election, they intend to win. So the deputy president will sponsor the former senator, Boni Halwale. Or Boni Halwale will be the sole candidate. And again, Musalia Mudavadi is also likely to sponsor another candidate. Or they'll agree and front one single candidate. Because if you look at the expulsion, the ground for expelling Malala, there are no grounds there. ANC as a political party, there are several of their members who are serving in various committees at the National Assembly, courtesy of ODM party. There are several members of ANC party who have been campaigning and pushing for the agenda of the deputy president. So if Musalia Mudavadi was honest about expelling Malala, then why not those other members of parliament? So there's a lot of politics which is going to happen in Western Kenya. But will this political alliance succeed? That's the question. Will Musalia Mudavadi agree to support the deputy president William Samoei Ruto in 2022? Will Ruto agree to support Musalia Mudavadi in 2022? So they want to test that in Kakamega. And why Kakamega? Number one, Kakamega has the highest number of registered voters in the entire Western Kenya. So they'll test it there. Number two, Kakamega County is the heart of ODM party. So it means if they'll go to Kakamega, I'm talking of Kakamega being the heart of ODM party. I know someone will ask me, it's not true. There are several members of parliament who are elected on other political parties. Don't tell me about Jubilee parties, elected members there. Those who have a farang of your computer. The ANC party candidates who are elected in those constituencies, yes, they won, probably because of their individual effort, but most importantly, because the ODM party mismanaged their nominations in that region. You go to MCS, ODM has the majority in Kakamega. They have the governor, and they have the women rep, I think. So Kakamega is the heart of ODM. So if they'll subject ODM to a campaign in Kakamega County and say they succeed in winning that seat, that will be a bragging right for them. And number three, why they're choosing Kakamega, they want to send a message to their members of parliament not to associate with Raila Odinga. Malala has declared severally that his heart is in ODM.
Terms that I'm not apologetic when it comes to my support to Imran. So I want to point out the example of financial support given by the Tangatanga Jubilee Party to ANC during the Kibera by-election. I, therefore, as the Senator for Kakamega County, dare the party leadership of ANC to compel or to complete the expulsion process they have started. I am ready to be expelled from ANC. I am ready for a by-election, and I'm very confident that I will capture back the seat with a landslide.
The NDC has decided.
But will they succeed in kicking out a combination of President Uhuru Kenyatta with the system, Raila Odinga with his ground team, and Francis Atwoli with the ability to mobilize Western Kenya Member of Parliament? Will they succeed? That's something we'll have to wait, because you can't rule out. Western Kenya, to the deputy president, is so dear to him. Why? They failed to get the votes there for President Uhuru Kenyatta 2 times, 3 times actually. So the deputy president believes that because he's the one who is now running, and he comes from a neighboring county, the people of Western Kenya are likely to soften their stand. In fact, the deputy president is going to campaign as a candidate coming from Western Kenya candidate. So he believes he can get Western Kenya. But will they succeed? That's the biggest question. I don't think so. But again, in politics, everything is possible. I don't think so, because the other day, we saw Moses Wetangula being kicked out of his party as the chairman. He managed to wrestle back the control of that party, but he's already wounded. He has one governor in Bungoma County, and the governor is now teaming up with this team to dismantle him. You know, governors have structures. What that means, going down, there are people doing business with them. They're every single day, they're on the ground with the common man. Number 2, someone like Wetangula is not going to run for the presidency. So he's planning to run for the gubernatorial seat. So again, the people of Bungoma might decide, okay, kama unataka hiyo, wacha tukupei, but for the presidency, we are not going to do that. Musalia Mudavadi must run. Without running for the presidency, Musalia Mudavadi is done and dusted. So will the deputy president support him? And if the deputy president will say, I'm not running, I'm going to support Musalia Mudavadi, that will work in his favor. But what is the main objective? 3 objectives. Number 1, these guys are planning to engineer anti-Raila Odinga's campaign in Western Kenya. And if you follow the politics, when Moses Wetangula was kicked out of his party, they blamed ODM party. When Malala is being kicked out, they are blaming it on his support for ODM party candidate in Kibera. When Otsosi wanted to take NC party from Musalia Mudavadi, they blamed ODM party. So basically, these guys are trying to engineer anti-Raila Odinga's message in the minds of Western Kenya people. And if you keenly follow politics, after Wetangula was kicked out of the party and he managed to wrestle back the control of the party, he went to Bungoma for that homecoming at the peak of the pandemic, and he was tear gassed. That was by design. He wanted to win the hearts of those people. When they went now to the home of Injendi, Malulu Injendi, the MP for Malava, I think, they were also tear gassed, again, to win the sympathy of those people. When Moses Wetangula, when Eugene Wamalo and Oparanya went to Bungoma, they were met with a group of people, goons, chanting anti-Raila Odinga's message songs. The idea is to create a narrative that Raila Odinga is no longer welcome in Western Kenya. And that's why Raila Odinga is actually planning an elaborate tour of that region after this corona. Number 2, they want to consolidate Western Kenya. So that now it's not known whether they want to consolidate it for William Ruto or for Musalia Mudavadi. Because one thing I know, Moses Wetangula is not going to be a presidential candidate. He doesn't have the capacity to be the presidential candidate. So they want to consolidate this Western Kenya. And assuming they'll succeed in consolidating, which is a tall order for them, where are they going to take the votes to? Musalia Mudavadi, is he going to be a candidate? If he's going to be a candidate and is focusing on Western Kenya, what about the rest of the country? Or are they going to consolidate Western Kenya and then deliver the votes to the deputy president? I think that's what they are trying to do. But will the people of Western Kenya agree to that? They'll agree to support Musalia Mudavadi. But now when Musalia Mudavadi will not tell them he's not running, will the supporters automatically shift to Sugoi? That's the question, because when they attempted to fire Cleophas Malala, when they announced that they were expelling Cleophas Malala, these were the response from the ground.
Ngozi wetu amefanywa kama mtoto mdogo. Matusi leo, matusi kesho. Hamna chama ambacho hakina sheria ambazo zinatia sharti kila mwanachama awe ni mwenye kuheshimu sheria. Lakini hapa tumekuwa na shida. Leo hii mmoja wanachama kwa jina Cleophas Malala alipatikana kwa makosa kadhaa, na kulingana na mujibu wa sheria ya katiba akaitwa na kamati inayosimamia nidhamu. Huyo bwana alipuzilia mbali, hata akasema atakuja amtoroshe bwana katibu hapa, na akasema atakuja muondoe mheshimiwa Mudavadi. Na kulingana na katiba ya chama na sheria zake zote, akawa ni mwenye kusimamishwa wanachama wake katika chama cha ANC, angalau tupate afueni na chama kiendelee mbele.
And I am serious, ladies and gentlemen, our target is the president.
Tutafuata yeye. Hatutaki kusikia kwamba eti Malala anatolewa kwa ANC. Tunasimama na yeye. Tulimpitisha na bado tuko nyuma na yeye. Malala hapa ni nyumbani, tunampenda na tuko na yeye. Kwa hiyo hatupendi chama yake, tunapenda Cleophas Malala.
Chama cha ANC kikiongozwa na Musalia Mudavadi, sisi ndio tulianzisha chama cha ANC. Na tunasema sisi ndio tunajua viongozi ambao wako kwa chama cha ANC ambao wanaweza ongoza chama. Sisi tunasema ya kwamba Cleophas Malala alipoingia kwa chama cha ANC, yeye na influence yake ndiye alifanya tukapata viti za ANC. Wabunge wote wa ANC na MCA wote Kakamega County waliletwa na Cleophas Malala. Na tunasema siku ya leo vile chama cha ANC kimeamua kumtoa Malala kwa chama, sisi kama viongozi tunasema sisi penye Malala ataenda ndio sisi penye tutaenda. Sisi
watu ambao kwa kizungu tunawaita cartels leo wamekusanyika huko Nairobi, hata hawajui Kakamega ni wapi, hawajui Shianda ni wapi, hawajui Makunga ni wapi, hawajui Lurambi ni wapi, hawajui senator alitoa kura wapi, hawajui wale MCS ambao wako katika chama cha ANC walitoka wapi na ni ward gani. Wanasema kwamba ati wanatoa senator katika chama cha ANC. Ningependa kuwakumbusha kwamba senator sio mara yake ya kwanza kutolewa kwa chama. Senator alikuwa kwa chama kingine inaitwa ODM, wakamtoa huko, akakuja ANC, akashinda election, na sasa hivi mnataka kumtoa ANC. Chama ambayo senator atasema sisi kama wananchi wa Kakamega tuende, ndio chama ambayo sisi tutafuata, si ndio?
Tino wakati mgumu ambapo watu wanapigana na janga la corona, watu wanatafuta chakula, watu wanatafuta mask. Mimi ningelipenda kueleza chama yangu na party leader wangu kwamba huu si wakati wa kutoa mtu katika chama. Angelifuata mwelekeo mzuri kama viongozi wengine, kukuja kupatia watu mask, kuja kupatia watu chakula, lakini kutoa mtu kwa chama katika wakati mgumu kama wa corona sio uamuzi mzuri. Na mimi sikubaliani na huo uamuzi kabisa.
And number 3, I think this alliance is actually intended to oppose the Building Bridges initiative. Wetangula announced that he was supporting the BBI. But have you seen him publicly? The other time when the BBI rally was happening in Kakamega, they had to go there. And that's when they announced they were going to support it. From Kakamega, I've never seen them anywhere else. I'm not even sure whether their input through the committee was sought. But in my view, these guys are laying the ground to oppose the Building Bridges initiative campaigns, especially in Western Kenya. So don't be surprised that once the pandemic is over, you'll start seeing more of Musalia Mudavadi talking against the Building Bridges initiative. I don't know what you think, but for me, that's my take. And I want to also talk briefly about the impeachment of Malala. Musalia Mudavadi is going to commit a big political mistake if he tries to expel Malala from his party. Number one, how many senators do they have at the National Assembly? In Kakamega, there's a senator, ANC. In Vihiga, there's a senator, ANC, which is good. So, Western, they have 2. If they lose Malala, chances of ODM party teaming up to support Malala again are going to be very high. And chances of Malala making a comeback is going to be very high. So that would impact negatively on Musalia Mudavadi. So Musalia Mudavadi should not attempt that. And secondly, Musalia Mudavadi attempting that would mean they're going to lose a nominated slot. So he shouldn't do that. Even the numerical strength. And once he's going to be defeated in Kakamega, that's going to be the end of Musalia Mudavadi. Even Ruto himself will not. Because I am sure Ruto would want to test his strength as Ruto in Kakamega. So he might not support the ANC candidate. He will push for the former senator, Boni Halwale, to contest. ANC will also insist on sponsoring a candidate. And that's already going to split the alliance. So I think Musalia Mudavadi should be advised accordingly not to attempt that. In fact, he should talk to people like Cleophas Malala. I don't know what you think, but from my view, this alliance might not succeed because of the conflicting interest. Musalia Mudavadi must be on the ballot to remain relevant. William Ruto must be on the ballot. He can't be someone else running mate. So he must also be on the ballot. But because the enemy is Raila Odinga, they can succeed in inciting those people against Raila Odinga. But where will they vote ultimately? That's my take.